Recently, a leaked chat between senior Trump administration officials discussing military plans to target Houthi rebels in Yemen has raised some serious questions. The leak occurred when Jeffrey Goldberg, editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, found himself accidentally added to a group chat on Signal, a secure messaging app. The chat included figures like National Security Advisor Michael Waltz, Vice President JD Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and CIA Director John Ratcliffe. The details in the conversation were highly sensitive, leading to a whirlwind of controversy. But here's the kicker. Is this leak really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be? Axios Margaret Talev, a senior contributor, doesn't seem to think so. During a CNN panel, Talev made a point that might surprise some. She said most American voters aren't sweating the details of a few leaked messages. Instead, their focus is on jobs, the economy, and the daily grind. Voters are thinking about the economy, Talev said. I don't think at this moment that most American voters are like, what's going on Signal chains? So, is this just a scandal for the media, or does it actually matter in the grand scheme of things? To understand that, let's break it down. A mistake or a major security breach? The controversy began when The Atlantic published a detailed piece about the accidental inclusion of Goldberg in the chat. Trump officials were discussing military strikes on Houthi militants, a topic that, if exposed, could pose serious risks to national security. Critics argue that this could be a massive breach, especially since it involved high-ranking officials. On the flip side, President Donald Trump downplayed the issue. In an interview, he referred to the incident as a mistake, insisting that there was nothing important in the Signal thread. Waltz himself took responsibility, admitting it was embarrassing but claiming that the group chat mistake would be fully investigated. In a surprising twist, Trump defended Waltz's position, even saying, Michael Waltz has learned a lesson, and he's a good man. The president made it clear that no one was getting fired over this. But that raises an interesting question. Was it really just a harmless mistake, or does this reveal something more concerning about the administration's approach to security? So, what's the real impact? Talev's commentary adds an interesting layer to the conversation. She argued that while Democratic lawmakers are certainly making noise over the security breach, the general public seems far less concerned. Voters are more focused on tangible issues like their economic future, not leaks of military plans. It seems the drama around the Signal leak might be much more important to political insiders and security experts than it is to the average American. What does this mean for the future of the Trump administration's security protocols? If national security concerns aren't resonating with the public, will the administration face enough pressure to make changes? It's a tricky question. According to Talev, the pressure needs to come from those who care about national security, the people inside intelligence agencies and government officials who want to ensure these kinds of breaches don't happen again. At the end of the day, the most crucial factor might be how much voters are willing to care about these kinds of leaks. As Talev pointed out, the barometer for change might not be national security experts or even lawmakers, it could be the public's concern, or lack thereof, about such incidents. So, while the leak certainly grabbed headlines, the big question remains, will it actually influence how Americans view their government's handling of sensitive information, or will it be just another forgotten scandal in the news cycle? Only time will tell.